Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel Mathematics by Vimal Srivastav. Today we will start the chapter Ratio and Proportion of ICSE class 10. So let's start the chapter. Now we start the chapter that is ratio and proportion. What is ratio? Basically, if we take two quantity A and B and such that the A and B are two non-zero quantity with same kind and same unit, then the fraction A upon B is called the ratio between A and B. What is the definition? If A and B are two non-zero quantity of same kind and in the same unit, then the fraction A upon B is called the ratio between A and B. Now, for example, if we have two ratio, the ratio of A and B and the ratio of C and D. So, the next term is proportion. If two ratio are equal, I repeat, if two ratio are equal, then we can say they will be in proportion. For example, there are four non-zero quantities like A, B, C and D, and the ratio between A and B, that is A ratio B, and the ratio between C and D, that is C ratio D. And if both the ratio are equal, means we can write A upon B is equal to C upon D, or A ratio B equal to C ratio D. So we can say these four quantity A, B, C, D, it will be in proportion, where A is called first term, B is called second term, C is called third term, or D is called fourth term. A and D, that are called extreme terms. I repeat, A and D are called extreme terms. B and C are called middle terms. So we can write AD equal to BC, means the product of extreme term is equal to the product of middle term. It is clear? Now, the next topic is continued proportion. For example, if there are four quantity A, B, C, D and they are in continued proportion, then we can write A upon B equal to B upon C equal to C upon D. For example, if there are six quantity A, B, C, D, E, F and all are in continued proportion, then what we will write? We will write A upon B equal to B upon C equal to C upon D equal to D upon E equal to E upon F. It is clear? Now, the next topic is that is mean proportion, or we can also say that is geometric mean. If there are three quantity A, B and C and A, B, C are in continued proportion, then by the property of continued proportion, we can write A upon B equal to B upon C. When we cross multiply, that is equal to B square equal to AC, or we can write B equal to under root AC. So we can say B, that is the mean proportion between A and C. I repeat, B is the mean proportion or geometric mean between A and C. Now, the last topic is third proportion. If A upon B equal to B upon C. I repeat, if A upon B equal to B upon C, then C is called, that is the third proportion to A and B. I repeat, what is third proportion? If A, B, C are in continued proportion, then we can write A upon B equal to B upon C. Then we can say C is the third proportion between to A and B. Now, we start the questions. Question number 1. If x ratio 8 equal to 3 ratio 4, find x. We know that if the two ratio are equal, means they will be in proportion. So we can write x upon 8 equal to 3 upon 4. Now just simplify, 4 2 is 8 और ये 2 को कर दो cross multiply. So what is the value of x? The value of x is 6. It is clear? We have given two ratio and they are in proportion. Why they are in proportion? Because both the ratio are equal. So we can write x upon 8 equal to 3 upon 4. Now just simplify. So what is the value of x? The value of x is 6. Now next question. If x square 4 and 9 are in continuous proportion, find x. We know that by the property of continuous proportion, if x square 4 and 9 are in continuous proportion, then we can write x square upon 4 equal to 4 upon 9. It is clear. X square upon 4 equal to 4 upon 9, or we can write x square equal to 16 upon 9. Clear? Or when we take the square root, it will be x equal to 4 upon 3. It is clear? X square, 4 and 9 are in continuous proportion. We have to find the value of x. If all these three are in continuous proportion, then we can write x square upon 4 equal to 4 upon 9. Now just cross multiply, so it will be x square equal to 16 upon 9. So when we take the square root, x equal to 4 upon 3. Now why we take positive sign? Because the ratio of two quantity cannot be negative. It is clear? Now next, find the third proportion to 9 and 15. So let the third proportion is x. I repeat, let the third proportion is x. So can we write 9 upon 15 equal to 15 upon x? It is clear? 9 upon 15 equal to 15 upon x. Now just cross multiply. So we can write 9x equal to 225, or x equal to, that is 225 upon 9, that is 9 2 is 18, or 9 5 is 45. So what is the answer? The answer is x equal to 25. Now next question. Find two numbers whose mean proportion is 28 and the third proportion is 224. मीन्स हमें वो दो नंबर फाइंड करने हैं जिनका मीन प्रपोर्शन क्या है 28 है, और उन दोनों नंबर का जो थर्ड प्रपोर्शन है वो क्या है, दैट इज 24 है. सो लेट द नंबर्स आर ए एंड बी. क्लियर? लेट द नंबर्स आर ए एंड बी. अभी मैंने डिस्कस किया था, इफ ए बी सी आर इन कंटिन्यू proportion, then b equal to under root ab, then we can say b, what is b? That is the geometric mean or mean proportion. So by that property we can write under root a into b equal to 28, or we can write a into b equal to 784. Equation number 1. Now we have given the third proportion is 224. So can we write a upon b equal to b upon 224? It is clear? If the two proportions are a and b and third proportion is 224, so can we write a upon b equal to b upon 24? Now just cross multiply. So we can write b square equal to 224a. It is clear? B square equal to 224 into a. Now from equation number 1 put the value of a. I repeat, from equation number 1 put the value of a. So what is the value of a? The value of a will be 784 upon b. So can we write b square equal to 224 into 784 upon b. It is clear? Now the cross multiply. So that will be b cube equal to 224 into 784. Now just prime factorize the term 224 and 784. I repeat, now just prime factorize the number 224 and 784. So when we solve and by taking the square root, it will be b cube equal to, ये आपका आएगा 14 का whole cube. It is clear? Or when we take the cube root, the value of b, it will be 14. It is clear? The value of b, it will be 14. Now we have to find the value of A. So just put in equation number 1. What is the value of A? The value of A, that is 784 upon B, or we can write 784 upon 14. Now just simplify. So we can divide 14, 8 for 4, 7 1 is 7. Can we divide by 7? 7 2 is 14. 7 1 is 7. 7 1 is 7 and 7 2 is 2. So that is 56. So the value of A, that is 56. It is clear? When we solve, the value of B equal to 14 and A equal to 56. I again explain this question. We have to find two numbers whose mean proportion is 28 and the third proportion is 224. So let the numbers are A and B. And by the property of mean proportion, can we write under root A into B equal to mean proportion, and it is given, that is 28. So when we multiply and just squaring on both sides, can we write A into B equal to 784? That is equation number 1. And we have given 224, that is the third proportion. And A and B are the first and second term. So we can write A upon B equal to B upon 224. Or by cross multiply, we can write B square equal to 224 into A. Now from equation number 1, find the value of A and put in here. So in place of A, I can write 784 upon B. Yes. So just cross multiply. So that is B cube equal to 224 into 784. When we multiply, that is the cube of 14. So when we take the cube root on both sides, the value of B, it will be 14. Now we have to find what is the value of A. So just put it here. A equal to 784 upon B, or the answer is A equal to 56 and B equal to 14. Now the next question is, if X, Y and Z are in continuous proportion, then prove that X plus Y whole square upon Y plus Z whole square equal to X upon Z. Now in this question we have given X, Y and Z are in continuous proportion. So if X, Y and Z are in continuous proportion, then we can write X upon Y equal to Y upon Z, or we can write that is Y square equal to XZ. It is clear? If X, Y, Z are in continuous proportion, then we can write X upon Y equal to Y upon Z, or we can write Y square equal to XZ. Now take LHS. That is X plus Y whole square upon Y plus Z whole square. Now numerator and denominator both expand by the identity A plus B whole square. So we can write X square plus Y square plus 2XY upon Y square plus Z square plus 2YZ. It is clear? Now in place of Y square, put XZ. So can we write X square plus XZ plus 2XY upon, same here, in place of Y square I will put XZ. So that is XZ plus Z square plus 2YZ. Now from numerator can we take common X, and from denominator can we take common Z? Yes. So if I take X common, it will be X plus Z plus 2Y, and from denominator I can take common Z. So it will be X plus Z plus 2Y. So now it will cancel out. So what is remaining? The remaining, that is X upon Z, that is equal to our right hand side. Now the next question, if A ratio B is equal to C ratio D, then prove that A plus B ratio C plus D is equal to under root A square plus B square ratio under root C square plus D square. We have given A upon B equal to C upon D. Means we can say A, B, C and D are in proportion. So can we write, let A upon B equal to C upon D equal to K. What is K? K simply it is a constant. So if I equate A upon B equal to K, can I write A equal to BK? Similarly, if I equate C upon D equal to K, can I write C equal to DK? Yes, we can write C equal to DK. Now take LHS. Left hand side, that is A plus B upon C plus D. Now what is the value of A? The value of A, that is BK plus B upon. What is the value of C? That is DK plus D. Now can we take common B from numerator and D from denominator? Yes, we can take. So that is K plus 1. Here we take D. So again it will be K plus 1. So what is the LHS? The LHS, that is B upon D. Same way we will solve the right hand side. So the RHS is, that is under root A square plus B square under root C square plus D square. So in place of A I will put BK and in place of C I will put DK. So can I write right hand side equal to, now under root A equal to BK. So can we write B square K square plus D square divided under root C square plus D square. In place of C can I put DK? So it will be D square K square plus now in RHS, that is under root A square plus B square ratio under root C square plus D square. Now in place of A I will put BK and in place of C I will put DK. Now from numerator can I take common under root B square like this? It is B square. So it will be K square plus 1 upon under root, from denominator we can take common D square, that is again 1 plus K square, or we can write under root B square into 1 plus K square upon D square into 1 plus K square. It will be cancelled. So that is under root B square upon D square, or we can write that is B upon D, and that is equal to LHS. So simply like this we can prove such types of problems where A upon B are equal to C upon D, or we can say A, B, C, D are in proportion. अगर आप सभी को आज का वीडियो पसंद आया है तो वीडियो को लाइक करें, शेयर करें, कमेंट करें, और अगर अभी तक आपने चैनल को सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है तो चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें। थैंक यू।